income tax saving for professionals, but industry specific, ideally in automobiles. Three not so welcome parameters here. One is I don't see a huge amount of infra spending, basically roads, transport. Okay, because you see there is a huge opportunity for automobiles in this country. Only 8 out of 1,000 Indians have a four-wheeler. Okay, that is less than 1% of India owns a four-wheeler, and less than 4% of India owns a two-wheeler. Right, but if the infrastructure does not grow, okay, we can't sell more cars than mobiles. Another negative thing is the excise duty, which is gone up by 2%. Lately, there has been an increase in the VAT from 12.5 to 14.5. There has been an increase in life tax from 12 to 14, and this is the third thing. So basically, a car becomes more expensive by 8%. Not good. And petrol, of course, 1 rupee will really not affect, because automobile sales never got affected. But petrol, if petrol goes up, the sale of diesel products go up. Mr. Reddy, what would you say?
Well, I think I agree with everyone. I think same with me. When I go back to the office right now, you just see a huge smiles across because of the tax breaks on the 10-20% bracket people. That is a significant amount of money. 65,000, like you mentioned, it's almost 8% increase in their salaries. You know, from a corporate perspective, it's also good news for me because I don't have to give big raises this year. But in general, from an employee perspective, it's great. From a corporate perspective, I think the budget session is over. I have not read anything about the STPI tax holiday, which I'm quite concerned about. Because for small and mid-sized companies, I think this tax holiday is a very important element we were looking for. Not just for a one-year extension, but rather a long-term extension for that. So I hope they have mentioned it and we missed it. So I'd like to at least hope that tomorrow the newspapers will be there.
Even the IT stocks being marginally positive or negative, I am at.
And the ESOP taxes, which I also mentioned, was something I was looking for some more clarity, along with the central service tax and VAT, which I think again another point which I hope there is positive news, which I haven't seen so far. So that those are two things I still have to go back and look at. The other point on, I think one last point I'd like to make is, there was a discussion about, the inflation is offsetting some of these tax breaks was, the comment that was made. Increasing purchase power for a consumer is always important because he has the ability to spend on what he wants to spend on, irrespective of what prices have gone up. Also, inflation as a measure to always look at and adjust the taxes is probably not a direct comparison, because the point percentages that are given in the inflation computation, for example, as an example, sugar is something that has higher points in the inflation computation than rice. If you look at our consumption, we consume maybe 1 kg of sugar in a month versus 10 kgs of rice. So it's always not the direct comparison to say, what, inflation is up. That means some of our purchasing power should be adjusted as well. So from that perspective, I think this is a great move in terms of tax slabs.
But I think almost followers are unanimous on the tax breaks, especially that slab, because always are going back to offices and to see happy faces. In that sense, and I'm very happy with the slabs not being increased. So that makes
I'm very happy because this is not going to impact on me, especially I'm a professional like an advocate. Nothing has been introduced to an individual advocate in the service tax. And I'm happy about the slab rate has been increased and the audit barrier is being hiked to 40 to 60 lakhs. That is very good for the professionals especially. And the more the complicated the budget will be, the more I'll get the cases. And all over, I'm very happy.
I think the infrastructure sector front, basically the MAT increase surely is not